25 years. That's all that's left for half of the jobs we know today to disappear.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to talk about a future.
Everything will change. The names of the different professions, ways of working, techniques, locations. Some people say technology is the reason. Others, that it is globalization. Maybe no one really knows. Only one thing is certain. The human factor will still be the key to everything. Because whatever your job in the future, the world will always be about people. No one knows what education will be like in the future, but we know we will need teachers who love innovation. The ways in which we communicate will keep on changing, but we'll always need stories to inform, entertain, and excite us. Tomorrow's companies will be different. Their executives will be too, but new approaches and techniques will open up a host of opportunities. And in every profession, creativity and passion will be what drives success. We're heading into the unknown, making it all the more unpredictable, intriguing, and human. Technology will be integral to what we do, but personal judgment will continue to be the key to problem solving. Because there will always be a need for professionals who seek to improve society.
All units proceed to your post assignment.
And for those who want to tackle the challenges to freedom and security that come from globalization. And because we believe in people, we know that the desire to care for other people will never die. To care for other people. Because caring for the living makes us feel more alive too. Caring for the beauty of nature and of the beauty of what we build. The beauty from the imagination of architects and the beauty created by designers, those who shape technology, who shape everything around us, making life better. In 25 years, half of today's jobs will have disappeared. Nobody can say, do this and you'll get that. So do what you really want to do, because you are what you feel. You are what you share. You are what you express. Because in the end, you are what you experience. So that every day, you are what you do. CEU Cardenal Herrera University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marta, and I want to thank you for being here today with us. My colleague Eva and I work both for the admission service within the International Relations Office of the CEU, Universidad Cardenal Herrera, and we are going to guide you along this presentation that won't take more than 60 minutes. Let's first take a look at the content we'll see so you have an idea of the information we're going to talk about. First, we'll make a brief introduction of the university, starting from a general view and moving on to more specific information. We will also talk about our academic program. We are specifically going to look at the programs of architecture, dentistry, pharmacy, and nursing. We will take a look at our admission process and how to complete it, and also inform you about our hospitality pack, which is mandatory for international students. We will finish with information on grants, fees, and talk about our campus life. After this, there will be a time for questions and answers. As you see in your screen, you have a chat on the right side, so you can send us any question that comes up to your mind during the presentation or at the end. Questions can either be anonymous or not. And if you want a more private contact, you can already find a link in the chat that will ask for your details so we can contact you on the following days. So let's begin. First, we want to tell you where we come from. Our origins are within the CEU San Pablo University Foundation, which we are part of. The foundation has 83 years of history, and it is the largest and most important private education organization in Spain. We offer education at all levels, from elementary school to high school, undergraduate and graduate degrees, as well as PH. More than 200,000 students have already studied in the centers of the CEU, which are all over Spain. As you can see here, the CEU is present in the main capital cities of Spain, in Madrid, Barcelona, and Valencia. Our University Cardenal Herrera is located in the east coast of the country. It has 3 different campuses, one in Castellón, one in Valencia, and one in Elche, in Alicante. Let's look at more specific information about the CEU Universidad Cardenal Herrera. Our university has 45 years of history. It has campus in Valencia, Elche, and Castellón, as mentioned before, with nearly 1,000 teachers and more than 2,700 work experience placements between international and national companies. This university offers 5 faculties, 20 bachelor degrees programs, from which 11 of them are international ones. These are our 5 faculties. We have the Health Science Faculty, Technical School on Design, Architecture, and Engineering, Faculty on Humanities and Communication Sciences, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, and also Faculty of Law, Business, and Political Science. As mentioned at the beginning, in each of them you will find degrees related to each of the fields of each faculty. And as I mentioned before, we are going to focus on the degrees of architecture, dentistry, pharmacy, and nursing. So let's take a look at the architecture degree. Architecture is studied in the campus of Alfara in the building of the ASET. It has some special facilities apart from the classes that students of architecture need, such as a model workshop fully equipped. It is a 5-year degree with 8 to 10 classes per year. In your last year, you will also have to accomplish your final degree project in order to obtain your bachelor degree. It is completely taught in English, and it has a new way of teaching that includes the experience of traveling in order to learn of the city. Several trips are organized during this degree. This is the architecture. Moving on to the dentistry degree, it is also located in the campus of Alfara. Classes take place in the Health Science building and practice in the CEU dental clinic found in the same building. It is a 5-year degree with around 10 to 12 classes per year. It is taught in English, but the practical courses at the clinic, which treat real patients, are exclusively in Spanish. This is because the patients are mainly Spanish. The practices don't start until the 3rd year, so you will have 2 years to learn the language and get a fluid level. Working in a dental clinic not only has to do with attending patients, so there are other practices you will have to do, and that will begin in the very first year. There are simulation practices in the 2nd year, and as you complete your studies, you will spend more and more time in the dental clinic. This is a guarantee that by the end of the degree, you will be totally familiar and confident with the daily environment of a dental clinic. Now, moving on to pharmacy. The degree of pharmacy is also located in Alfara, and it has been studied here for more than 40 years. It is also a 5-year degree with 9 to 11 classes per year, and it is studied 50% in English and 50% in Spanish. Practices start from the 1st year in the pharmaceutical practice classroom, which is a real pharmacy. It is a place where you will practice the job of a pharmacist and also other activities that will approach you to the various disciplines of the job. The last degree we're going to look at is nursing. Classes and practice take place in the Health Science building, and it is a 4-year degree with 9 to 11 classes per year, except for the last one, which is mainly practices and the final project. Nursing has 4 simulation rooms in the Health Science building to practice during the whole degree. Regarding the language, you will study the 1st year in English, and from the 2nd year until the end, you will study in Spanish. You will have Spanish classes during the 1st year in order to get the level required. Okay, now Eva is going to show you how our admission process works, and I'll be back with you later, whenever you want, Eva.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, hello, my name is Eva. I work for the International Relations Office, especially for the admissions. And as my colleague Martha mentioned, first of all, we are going to talk about our admission process. So the admission process is really easy. It includes only few steps. We're going to go through all of them now because maybe some of you have already initiated the process, some of you haven't. So we will quickly go through all the steps so that you will know what's waiting ahead. Okay, so first step is to fill out our online application form. So I'm just going to share with you my screen so that you will know where to look for the form on our website. All right, so this is the website. You can select the language here. So we're going to select English this time. And then we click on New Student. Here you can already find the general information about the admission process. And in the subsection 1, we're going to find a link to the admission form. It will open in the new window. So you should have switched on your pop-out windows, and then you can select language, the academic year, and start filling out the form. So it is really important to fill in all the obligatory fields so that this way you can access the following sections of the form. Once you fill in all the personal information, you can move on to the degree, and afterwards you will access the following parts of the form. So that would be all. It's quite easy. You just have to put your personal information, and then at the end we will ask you to upload some specific documents. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation. So we were on the first step. First step is done. Now we're going to upload our documentation. You have to upload your grades for last 3 years of high school and your final high school diploma and a copy of your passport or ID card. Don't worry, if you haven't finished your high school studies yet, you can just upload the documents that you have until now. And then you will forward us your final grades and diploma later on once you will obtain it, normally in June or July. So you can apply anyway, even if you are finishing your high school this year. We have many graduating candidates this year. Okay, so the first and second step is done. And now we're going to move on to the third one, which is admission interview. The admission interview can be carried out online via Skype. And so you don't need to travel to Valencia, to Spain, only because of it. Usually the duration of it is between 20 and 25 minutes. We usually ask you general questions, questions about yourself, questions to see your motivation. So you don't need to be stressed about it. It's just a normal conversation to get to know a bit more. And yeah, the interview will be carried out in the teaching language of the degree. So in case you're applying for pharmacy, nursing, architecture, or dentistry, in all those cases, your interview is going to be in English. It is not required to speak Spanish to apply for those 4 degrees. And then after the interview, if you are not native English speaker and you don't have any official language certificate, you will also have to take our online language test, which you will find on the intranet of Future Student. Whenever you fill out the online application form and submit all the required documents, you're going to get your login details to access the intranet of Future Student, where you can check your status of the application, you can modify your personal data, and you can also access the language test. So we have completed all the 4 steps. So the following one is the decision-making process. So once your application is complete, then it's going to be reviewed and evaluated by our admission committee. The committee usually takes a look at your grades, the interview results, also the language test results, and they're going to make the final decision about your admission. So usually they are quite quick. Within 48 hours, you will get a reply from us by email. So, and then if you are admitted, if you get a positive answer from us, the only remaining step is to secure your seat for the following academic year and make the pre-enrollment payment. So, as you can see, the process is really easy. It includes basically 3 to 4 steps that you have to complete in order to be admitted. So hopefully, like, you got all the information that you needed. And let me move on to the next thing, which is a hospitality pack. A hospitality pack is a welcoming service which was designed especially for our international students, because we know and we can imagine that moving to another country might be like a big challenge, a big step. So we try to be helpful and make it as smooth as possible. So in the hospitality pack, there are included different things that might be helpful for you, like to prepare your arrival to Valencia and also throughout your studies here. So the two most important services included are the administrative procedures to get your residence permit in Spain. If you want to live in Spain for more than 3 months, it is essential to have the residence permit. No matter if you are European or non-European student, you have to have it in any case. And also, other important thing is that my colleagues from hospitality, they will help you to prepare your documentation for enrollment. Like usually it's quite a lot of paperwork, you have to either legalize it or get it certified. So don't worry, they're gonna indicate you specifically which steps you have to take and also what documents you have to hand in September. So those two things, like the residence permit and enrollment documentation, are the two most important things. But also there are other things included in the pack. For example, they will help you to look for accommodation here in Valencia. You can either choose to go for a private student residence or to rent an apartment or to rent a room in a shared apartment. Apart from that, they will also help you to open a bank account here in Spain. You will get a Spanish SIM card and also card for public transport in Valencia. And you will get a pickup at the airport the day you come to Valencia, which will take you to the hotel. And you're also going to have 1 night prepaid in a hotel, like next to the campus. So, and for those of you who do not speak Spanish yet and you would like to learn, there are also intensive Spanish classes available in summer and also throughout the academic year. So this is our hospitality pack. I hope that you already have a general idea what to expect from it. And now I'm handing over the presentation to Martha.
Okay. Thank you, Eva. Let me share. Okay, now we're going to see, okay, now you must be seeing our website. Okay, so we're going to see other important things. Let's take a look at where you can find the economic information on our website. So here in the website, you can see, we're already in the English, okay? In this upper menu, you will see here a section that says parents and families, okay? This, in case there are any parents here with us today, we suggest you take a look at this section. It has useful information about aspects that parents may consider more important than students, okay? So when you have a minute, just take a look over it. And now, moving on to new student, if you click in this section, we'll bring you here to, you will see here is where Eva was before. Here in fees and finance, you will find information of the economic information. In academic fees and payment, here you will see the fees for each of the campus. If you're going to study in the campus of Valencia, you will have to click on it and it will open up the fees. See, it says Valencia here. Okay, we're going to close this one. If you open the one for Elche, okay, you will see that it says Elche up here. Okay, so depending on the campus you're going, you will have to look at one piece or the other. Okay, there you can find that economic information. Now, also, down here, you will find information on the grants. Okay, we have these 3 grants, the part-time collaboration, financial aid excellence, and Impulso grants for dual degrees. Okay, each of them has their own requirements. So if you're thinking of applying to any of them, just remember to carefully read all the requirements to make sure you can complete all of them and apply for it. Also, I want to point out that the end date to submit documents for the Financial Aid Excellence Program is the 18th of June, which is a few days from now, okay? So you will have to hurry if you want to apply for it. Okay. Okay. Now up to here, you will find, well, up here you will find the information on the campus life. As you see, the menu opens up automatically, and here you have everything related to it. Campus life is everything that doesn't have to do with your degree. You're probably not thinking about this right now, but once you're involved in the university, you might want to learn about other interests you have, or you might want to start a club. Many of these options are promoted by students, so the university is here to help you if you feel like doing other activities and starting something new. So up to here, we have given you all the information. We are now going to start with the time for questions and answers. Okay, so let me stop sharing this. Okay, and I'll go on. Okay, Eva, you can now. Eva, we don't hear you.
Okay, hello again. So
Yes.
as promised, we will do a little round of questions and answers in case some of you want to ask something about the admission, the hospitality pack, or the university. You can do so by posting your questions you can find on your screen. So let's see if there are some questions from some candidates. Okay. Where is the campus located? Is it in the city? Is it easy to reach? Okay, so our campus in Valencia is basically located in Alfara del Patriarca. Alfara del Patriarca is a little town or a neighborhood of Valencia, which is very easy to reach. There is a good metro connection, and it might take you approximately 20 to 25 minutes to get to the campus from city center of Valencia. So even though on the map might look quite far away, actually it is not, and within half an hour you can get here easily. Like some students, they prefer to look for accommodation around the campus just to have it walking distance. It is possible. There are many different flats available in the area of the campus in Alfara del Patriarca, but also some students, they prefer to live in the city center of Valencia to be able to enjoy the vibrant atmosphere and to be close to all the restaurants, shops, cinemas. So it's also possible. There is no problem at all. Like in the morning and also like all day long, there is good metro connection, and you will meet many other students traveling to or from CEU to Valencia. So there are both options available, and it is not a problem if you want to live in a city center of Valencia. Okay, I see that also some of you asked to get more information about scholarships. So as my colleague Martha said, there are basically two scholarships available for our students. The first one, Financial Aid Excellence Program, is basically a merit scholarship, which can reduce your fees between 65 up to 100%. And like the basic requirement is to have at least 7 out of 10 or 70% of your final high school grade. So with this, you can already apply, you can participate in the selection process. And I would like to mention that the selection process will close on the 18th of June. So if you are like thinking about applying, so you should do it as soon as possible because we are running out of time, and in order to be able to apply you have to first be admitted and after reserve your seat for 2020-21. So yeah, that will be the first one. And second scholarship I'm going to mention is a part-time collaboration scholarship, which is basically like the pre-selected students, they will work at the university in different departments, approximately 15 hours per week. Departments like administration or hospitality or the secretary of the faculties, different administrative works. And yeah, the salary for this part-time job is approximately 255 euros per month. So it can be helpful to pay some expenses that you may have. Okay, I see that we have another question here. Do you offer information on accommodation options for international students starting this next year? Yes, so all these international students have access to Hospitality Pack, and the Hospitality Pack also includes an online platform. So on the platform, you have your login details, you can access it, and you can just like handle all the different services included. So in the section accommodation, you will find all the options available, like basically the private residencies, as well as contacts for real estate agencies, so that you can contact them, you can see what's available, you can arrange a viewing, so that, yeah, you can pick whatever option is most suitable for you. And on the platform, you're going to find all the necessary information. You're going to find the contact details. Also for the private residencies, you can like contact them and ask them if, for example, you want to, I don't know, have specific requirements. We recommend to contact with them directly and ask them, for example, if you want to bring a pet with you, the best thing would be to check directly either with the owner of the flat or with the private residence. Okay, I hope that this answered your question. And I see that there is one more question left. So from Dunya, hi, if I consider to study dentistry in English, will I have Spanish courses on the side? Yes, you will have definitely Spanish classes. There are different options how to improve or learn Spanish. Like first of all, there is this intensive language summer course, normally organized either like July or August with the duration of 4 weeks. And yeah, the classes are usually from the morning from 9 to 2, and then afternoon there are some leisure activities organized. If this course is not obligatory, if you don't want to attend it or if you don't want to spend the summer in Valencia, don't worry, there will be other occasions. There are also language classes throughout the academic year. So you will be able to improve or learn Spanish, like also while studying with us. The timetables, we always try to put them in a way that you can attend both, like your dentistry classes and also the language classes. So there are the classes are a couple times a week. And by the third year, when you will start practicals in our dental clinic with the real patients, you will already have like B1, B2 level, which will allow you to attend the patients, to help them and discuss their problems with them. So yeah, like this the classes. And apart from that, we organize many like other like leisure and integration activities on the campus, which are organized by the Campus Life. So it's also a good occasion how to improve your language skills, to meet new people, make friends. And yeah, you will be able to practice on a daily basis. So I'm pretty sure that once you will be here, after a year or two, you're going to have like more or less like a medium or intermediate level of Spanish. Okay, I see that there is another question. Hi, when do we know if our application has been accepted? So once you complete all the, well, I'm not sure if you mean accepted by that if we have received it or that you have been admitted. So I'm going to answer like both possible questions. So once you submit your application online, usually you receive an email, confirmation email, like within a couple of hours that we have received your application. And in case that there is something missing, we also inform you that you either have to submit some academic documents or that the next step for you is to carry out admission interview. We always inform you about the following steps, and also once we receive your application. So yeah, you don't worry, you will be informed by email for sure. And then if your question was meant like if you have been accepted to the university or not, so once your application is complete and once it has been reviewed by the admission committee, then you get an official reply from them also by email. So yeah, in any case, you're going to be informed. All right, I think we don't have any more questions. However, before we finish, I would like to inform you about one more thing. For sure, many of you are wondering, like, what's going to happen now with the sanitary crisis, if the frontier is going to be open, if you will be able to travel here. So I would like to just assure you that we are prepared for any possible scenario that can happen or occur in September. So basically, there will be in-person classes on our campus, as well as online classes. So either like you can travel to Spain and be here for the beginning of the academic year or not, don't worry, you will be able to start the classes in any case. And then once you are able to travel and to come to Valencia, you will join us, and then we will prepare you a personalized itinerary of to catch up with the practicals in case you need to, or with some classes. You're also going to have a personal tutor, which is usually one of the professors, so you will be in good hands. And if you are wondering that you are from other country, there is time difference, so we thought about this as well. All the online classes going to be also recorded, so in case you cannot attend it live, you will be able to access the video of it, the record of it on your intranet of students. So all the materials, study material, all the videos going to be accessible for you. You can check them anytime, and yeah, you can be at the same speed as the rest of the students. You're not gonna miss anything. Okay, one more thing, there is one more question. I have noticed that I have to pay prematricula and matricula in the first year. Will I pay it again every year or only the first? Okay, so the prematricula or pre-enrollment and matricula enrollment fee and the teaching fees are paid every year. So yeah, only the hospitality pack, the fee for hospitality pack, is paid only once at the beginning, but the rest of the fees are paid every year. So when you making the budget, when you're planning the budget for your studies, throughout the 4 or 5 years that you will be here in Valencia, you should take this into consideration as well. Okay, I think that I managed to answer all your questions. Anyway, if you're gonna have some questions later on, you can either fill out the question form that you can find in the comment section here, or there are also other ways how to get in touch with us. You can either drop us an email. Our email is international@uchceu.es. You can also give us a call or send us a message by WhatsApp. And just to let you know that on Monday, we will send you an email with the brief summary of today's virtual open day. And we also going to include a link to the question form in case you have a specific question you want to ask, or yeah, it's really easy. You're just going to fill it in and send it to us. And on Monday, once we are back here at the office, we're going to answer your question. So yeah, that will be all from my side. I would like to thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you soon here in our campus in Valencia. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. So on my side, thank you very much for taking your time to be with us. We really hope you have enjoyed it and that it's been useful for you. Don't hesitate on sending us any questions you might have through the link provided in the chat or through the other contact details we've given you. We will get back to you very soon. We are now going to leave you with a video on 24 hours at the CEU. So, bye.
Morning coffee.
Arriving and switching on.
About horses, dogs, and passionate people.
A lesson that will leave you open-mouthed.
Venga, Víctor, abre la boca.
Imagining and making.
Imagining new forms and solutions.
Making architecture. Industrial design. Energy engineering.
Is Maria in the lecture hall?
There is the communication director of Coca-Cola.
There is the marketing director of Starbucks. And Maria, She studies business management and marketing.
Are you hungry?
Because we're in Valencia,
Maybe pizza.
just an hour and a half from Rome.
Or maybe some fish and chips.
We are only 2 hours from London.
Those in white coats.
No quería solo el título, quería ser enfermera.
No quería solo estudiar medicina, quería ser médico.
No quería solo teoría, quería ser fisioterapeuta.
No quería solo fórmulas, quería ser farmacéutica.
Things to be told. Telling you the news the way it is. Filming your own story.
Creating value for a brand.
Something to share.
Something to tell.
The keyboard.
More water, please.
A university in a city.
A city by the sea.
The new look of the city and streets full of history.
The third largest city in Spain.
Sun, Valencia and CEU Cardenal Herrera University.
3 words for welcome.
And easy means that we will guide you throughout the whole process. We take care of credentials, housing, paperwork, or anything you may need. Free Spanish lessons when you arrive at the university.
Dinner time abroad. 94% of requests to study abroad are fulfilled every year.
That's why, if you come here, maybe you could spend a few months studying or working in Rome, London, Amsterdam, Paris, Berlin.
Where are you from?
Something to share,
Good night.
but not for everyone.
Flying. Coming to CEU.
When everybody's doing the same, only those who innovate can progress. When everybody's walking, only those who run can win. When everybody hesitates, it's time to be confident. When everybody says it's impossible, we need people ready to say,
Voy a intentarlo.
Voy a conseguirlo.
Voy a lograrlo.
it's your time to be different.